I like the dog. It's friendly.
I find Robert Altman to be a bit hit and miss. I love The Long Goodbye, Images, MASH, even Popeye. But Nashville, Gosford Park, McCabe and Mrs. Miller didn't really do a lot for me. But for whatever reason, I had a feeling I might like Three Women, and so it's been on my watch list literally for years. So imagine my delight when I put it on the other night and I loved it. So I just wanted to make a quick video about it. Set against a backdrop of a dusty California desert town, Three Women is the story of a very bizarre relationship between Millie, played by Shally Duvall, and her teenage roommate and co-worker, Pinky, played by Sissy Spacek.
I wonder what it's like to be twins.
Huh?
Twins. That'd be weird. Do you think they know which one they are?
Sure they do. They'd have to, wouldn't they?
It's a dreamy, haunting, and mysterious film that lends itself well to analysis. But I won't pretend I understand everything that's going on in the film. But I will say, the themes of identity and obsession are clear as day. If you haven't seen the film, I highly recommend it, especially if you're a David Lynch fan or a fan of films like The Virgin Suicides, Picnic at Hanging Rock, all vibes and feminine mystique. As for the particulars, I do like Pinky's distrust of and fascination with the set of twins who work at the physical therapy spa alongside her and Millie. And the twin beds in their apartment. Maybe I'm reaching, but that felt deliberate to me, considering these themes. I love Shelley Duvall's absolutely delulu character Millie, endlessly chatting to everybody and anybody, and yet nobody is ever really listening. She's actually quite a sad character. I felt terrible for her when her friends bailed on her dinner party. But of course, someone is listening. Pinky. Sissy Spacek is great as the childlike Pinky, but then she really comes into her own when she awakens from a short coma following what's assumed to be a suicide attempt. She starts to assume Millie's personality, and the way that she changes and becomes more of a dominant personality was just excellent. And watching Shelley Duvall shrink slightly into a more timid role as well. It was just great stuff. I love the recurring motif of the mosaic designs that the third woman in the story, Willie, creates. What does it mean? It must mean something. Willie is an artist, and she's an intriguing character because she barely has any dialogue, but she has a real impact on screen. And you wonder why we keep returning to this silent, heavily pregnant woman. We return again and again to the pool and these mosaics that Willie is constantly working on, that to me feels like a bit of a Greek chorus of sorts. I was also surprised at the end of the film when it's just casually mentioned that Edgar, Willie's womanizing husband, is dead. And I couldn't help but think this supposed gun accident was actually murder. I love how haunting this film is. It has a fantastic score, and the whole thing just has this unsettling tone that feels like at any moment it's just going to go full horror. But it doesn't. But that threat is still there, just looming over everything. I did a little reading about the film before I made this video, and I think it's fascinating that Robert Altman based this film on a dream that he had, which is why the film feels so dreamlike. All vibes and unexplained mysteries, designed to make you overthink, or just sit back and enjoy the ride. The choice is yours. I hope you enjoyed this video. I know it's a little bit all over the place. I'm so behind on my YouTube schedule. I've been pottering away on a video for the last few weeks, but for many reasons, I just haven't been able to finish it in time. But keep your eyes peeled because it is on its way. I want to say a quick thank you to Veronica, John Cleveland and Paul for supporting me on Patreon and Ko-Fi. Your support means the absolute world and keeps this channel turning. I'll leave links to my Patreon and Ko-Fi in the description box if you too would like to support my channel and get a shout out in my next video. With all that said, drink plenty of water, be kind to your pets, lock your doors, and stay spooky. I love this film, go watch it. Bye!
I'm going to give the people what they want. Sensation, horror, shock. Send them out in the streets to tell their friends how wonderful it is to be scared to death.